have to forgive me, but this feels very strange. It seems like this has all happened before.
I have the replacement part for your telescope, Doctor.
All right. Let's get it installed.
Okay, we're gonna install it right away. I like how he didn't even, like, explain, yeah, it did happen before. By the way, I have this replacement part you need. Maybe because we did this quicker, we get a different part of the message.
I think we can give this a go, although I have this strange feeling that something
Don't
will go
start
wrong.
it up yet. There's a problem with the coolant system.
Yes, that's right. I remember. All right, let me think. If they're sabotaging it, they'll be at the primary coolant pipe outside. If you can secure it, we should be ready to pick up the signal. That is why you're here, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I'll take care of it.
Before you go, if you have the time, I'd appreciate if you came up here and explained a few things. All of this is very strange to me.
I feel like we're kind of in a, I feel like we're kind of in a hurry here because we want to stop them from sabotaging, but, you know, I'm a sucker for talking about random things. Damn, I thought I could speed one out of this elevator.
Hello.
I don't quite know what's going on, but I seem to remember having had this encounter before.
It's not deja vu, Doctor. This has happened before. We're caught in a time loop.
That's utterly insane. How could that be?
I can't really explain it. I suppose I could call it magic.
I don't believe in magic.
Neither do I, but I can't argue with what I've experienced. Listen, what matters now is the signal. The last time we only caught a part of it. I need the rest of it. Whether you believe me or not, you want to look into this as much as I do, right?
Yes. All right.
I realize that you have trouble believing this.
That's an understatement. I can't deny that what you say resonates with me on some level I don't pretend to understand. But for all I know, I'm simply delusional.
But it's not just you. I've experienced the same thing as you. Doesn't that prove something, at least?
Maybe. On the other hand, given your appearance, and the fact that you're trying to convince me that I'm not insane, perhaps you're merely a hallucination that accompanies my delusions.
You're not having a psychotic episode, Doctor. For what it's worth, I'm a skeptic by nature. I completely understand your reluctance to believe me.
There are people caught so deep in their psychosis that they retroactively manufacture memories and beliefs that conform to the situation at hand.
Sure, but you have to stop second-guessing yourself at some point, if you want to get something done.
I don't have a response for that. Leave my office at once. Go do that thing that you were supposed to be doing. Love how casual she is about a dude running around with a hunting rifle in his hand. I guess they already saw the Taken before, even like before we started looping, so maybe they're not that surprised that there are things I might need to shoot. But I don't think anyone's ever seen me without a gun, so here I am, ready to go blasting. So basically we just have to make sure that the sabotage doesn't happen so we don't have to go all over the place. Which I assumed, with the way she was talking, that it would have been a lot easier to get to. Also, I don't think I checked that building yet, so there might be goodies for me. Kinda looks like there's a, weapon cache. No, it's just a bunch of weapons. There is a page around here, though. It looks like they were trying to sneak attack me from the other side.
After my disappearance, they thought I was dead. I might as well have been. I know it's been 2 years. I know Alice has moved on. I've tried to find a way back to her, back to my life, but escaping the dark place is almost impossible. Time does strange things here, but dreams and radio signals can pierce the veil between the worlds. I catch glimpses and echoes of the world. Sometimes I send messages out. I can only pray that they hear them.
So arguably, wait, I want to look at this again. 12 out of 16. I wonder if we just don't come back here again. We have to get this after doing the mission, so I feel like we probably collected everything that's around here. And then everything else, I'm assuming, is just from... coming here a third time, maybe? 'Cause I would assume once we get the new reality note, that's gonna be just us going straight to the drive-thru. Because it'll tell us a little bonus information that we didn't grasp last time. Stop it! Everyone's so rude. Oh, this is where I got that other note. Good dodge. Ah! Not so good a dodge. You guys need to give me a moment. Ooh, hello. Everyone's here to say hello. Let's throw that out.
Hate the light, am I correct? You should be able to turn on the light and secure the area that way.
I really thought my battery would be charging while I was reloading and stuff. It's fine. Let's turn on the lights to secure the area.
Doctor, can you hear me? I think we're good to go.
All right, I'll start looking for the signal. Please, head back.
The darkness says you have to go this direction. But watch out, I'll throw cars at you.
I guess they didn't like that.
Can't imagine why. They didn't even, like, keep the darkness on that car. I'll try my best to bail. Doesn't seem like anything's actively possessed, it's just a matter of dodging it. Well, now that looks actively possessed. Oh, God! Came at me a lot quicker than I thought it would. Flashbang might have been a bit much. I got scared. Actually, where am I going? Well, we know the best way to deal with possessed items is to find a corner to hide in. Oh. The path was up here. These lights are gonna go out as I walk up, aren't they? Crazy. I think this might have been a long way around. I think we're probably fine. Oh! Didn't think that would immediately blow you up, but that worked out pretty well.
It's working. Please, come up here.
Hurry up, Doc. You couldn't have just brought the elevator down sooner?
You find the signal?
Yes, I don't think it's quite the same thing we had, the last time. Still, we're definitely picking it up.
Are we getting the complete signal now?
I'm afraid not. Take a look at it yourself. I'm printing out a hard copy now. I'd like to ask you a question or two before that, though. If you don't mind.
Frankly, I feel like just leaving, but
What's in
okay.
your mind, Doctor?
Most people would find these events extremely disturbing, provided that they survive these creatures, that is. You seem to be quite adept at dealing with the situation. Why is that?
Yes. I was involved in... It's a complex story. I was in this small town, and a horrible thing from another dimension kidnapped my wife and manipulated me into writing this horror story that came true. I learned to fight it with light, and I managed to contain it and free my wife. But I was trapped in its world.
Are you serious?
Absolutely. So, I'm used to reality working in strange or even impossible ways. And I fought these things, not exactly like this, but close enough for a good while now. Of course, I have certain advantages. Was there anything else?
What did you mean when you said you have advantages?
At the risk of sounding like a lunatic, reality is much more fluid than people think. It can be influenced.
I didn't take you for a mystic.
I'm not. I'm a writer. And under certain conditions, I can, for lack of a better word, rewrite reality. Change things.
That's absurd.
But it works.
Assuming I believe this, why don't you simply, I don't know, write yourself some superpowers?
It's not quite that simple. You need to follow certain laws of drama, I suppose. You need to think about consistency and symbolism. Often what you write isn't anywhere near as important as what you imply. There are things out there that will take advantage of your mistakes.
You really believe in this?
Don't look at me like that. You've experienced some of this yourself.
I will gladly admit that something exceedingly strange is going on. But this idea that you're somehow altering reality with your writing is ridiculous. You're essentially saying you're controlling my actions. Leaving aside the rational arguments against this, what gives you the right?
Well, it's more like having a destiny. A path you're on. You're not aware of it, but there it is. If somebody changes it, what difference does it make? It's what every writer does. If you write something that affects one of the characters, they don't really know about that.
I'm not a character. Are you saying that it's all right to take advantage of someone if they aren't aware of it?
Look, all I meant was that if you're genuinely making all your own decisions, and those decisions lead to whatever destiny you have, what practical difference does it make?
I suppose that depends on whether our destinies are determined by things like physics and probabilities, or natural reality, which is presumably neutral and impartial, or by some kind of an intelligence. If it's the latter, that intelligence makes choices based on some criteria. If we suffer as a result of those choices, there's a moral and ethical element involved, regardless of whether we're aware of its manipulations. Wouldn't you agree?
You're taking this very well. I thought you'd be hangry.
I suppose I would be if I thought you could actually do this.
And that's where the conversation ends. I don't think Alan didn't seem to really take what she said into consideration. I was kind of thinking about it before with, like, Mr. Scratch killing people randomly. Is it's just kind of like, oh, well, Alan just snuffed those people out by writing Mr. Scratch being a whack job. But whatever, let's not think about that. Let's just pick up the page and move on.
Another signal fragment. The message is still not complete, but it's another piece of the weapon he has built against his adversary. Mere words on a piece of paper, but in the right hands, they will hold back the darkness.
I need to remember to actually look at this page before we start moving on.
The last time the man came to the drive-in, it did not end well. He hopes to avoid that fate this time. He hopes that what he has brought with him to this place is enough.
I'm gonna look back over here real quick. I doubt there's gonna be more than what we grabbed last time. Oh, and also, you know, I said I was going to. Do observatory, new reality,
the film
fragment 2.
poster reminded me of Alex Casey. The detective's cool exterior never cracking even with the gun pointed in his face. In the back room, all the lights had been turned off, except for the lone spotlight which illuminated the bright red fire extinguisher on the wall.
Okay. Gotta make sure a noir poster is up and that a spotlight is the only thing that lit the back room. So just adding more to this specific thing. And also did the new reality fragment number 3. Definitely looping at least one more time. Kind of what I expected based on how many pages we were missing, but really confirms it there. Alright, there's a page.
Ugh. Serena's probably out of her mind again. But I'm gonna need that key so I can get the power back on. To change the world, you must craft a blueprint for the new reality. Any work of art will do, as long as it's a genuine act of creation. That's what the energies of the dark place respond to. The results may be subtle and perplexing, or far-ranging and momentous. My area of expertise, the written word, gives much more precise results than music or interpretive dance would, for instance. But words can be extremely dangerous. What you define may become reality, but so can that which you imply, even if you don't realize you're doing so.
So I guess anything like that could have just been more so let out of control. If all he said was Mr. Scratch is an evil dude, then the implication would be, oh yeah, he just kills everyone. Would be like an example. I don't think it's specifically implying Mr. Scratch is like the result of this. But, you know, I guess it kind of removes some fault from Alan when it comes to how he, his actions affect the world. I really shouldn't have gone exploring because I do need to get the key. Don't think I want the crossbow. I mainly came here because there's probably going to be a page.
I have changed. I know who I am now. I know that I can write my own fate. Bright Falls taught me that. I know that indulging my weaknesses, giving in to fear and complacency will only drag me down. The dark place taught me that. I'm no Zen master. I've not attained enlightenment. But I have learned to let go of the things that I don't need. I know that without that balance within, I become my own worst enemy. Now I strive for equilibrium, and with that, I'm strong enough to get where I want.
Well, I guess the dark place was the DLC. The, like, complacency and fear was just like, yeah, I'll just live my life in the dark place forever, which led him to being afraid of the dark place and going crazy in the dark place. I'm assuming is what that is about. Yeah, I don't think I want the crossbow. It was alright. I think honestly I'm a bigger fan of the shotguns. Well, we have 30 at least. I think, like, a sawed-off, I would assume, would have, a wider range to it, wouldn't it? I would say a wider blast, I guess, but I don't. It hits good. This feels more in line with, like, having a Magnum as a secondary to my submachine gun, so this is kind of what I wanted. Is that a page? Yeah, it is. Okay. I really am just wandering off into the distance here. I saw the glow and was like, it's either ammo or a page, and I want it.
The car seemed to sail through the crisp mountain air in slow motion, spinning around one axis almost lazily. The moment was hypnotic. Then it struck the pipeline in a shower of sparks, the impact turning the windshield into a burst of safety glass. As it hit the ground, I snapped out of my reverie. The car was rolling downhill, slowing down as every bump killed momentum but still coming. The fence wouldn't be enough to stop it.
I'm sure I can handle that. I've had things fly at me before. What was the other thing? There was like an assault rifle that was here, I think. Or was that in a different building or zone? Oh, I dropped my... Oh! I did not realize that that replaced my SMG. Well, that's upsetting, but I guess we'll keep the shotgun. An assault rifle would then, I guess, be able to kind of mimic the SMG. You know, as far as like what I want from the SMG. I don't remember how much I need for that. I think less than the sawed-off.
You again?
I'm really just here to get the keys so I can get the power back on.
Do you want to hold me down? It's okay. I know you like that.
Yeah, I'll just grab the keys.
I could be like your wife, little wifey, waiting at home for hubby. Or you could be the mailman, or the neighbor.
I'm already married to someone who isn't crazy, thanks. I'm just gonna go and get the power back on.
Aww.
Look, I may or may not be back. I have the access code to the booth already, so once the power is on...
You should totally come see me. We could have fun. You know.
We'll see how it goes.
I mean, I'll try to come back, I guess. Just to talk to her. Also, it's not like she's gonna turn on the lights.
You should sit down or something. Try to stay calm.
I don't want to be calm. I want to be nasty. I want to be nasty with you.
Yeah, okay.
You could do anything you want. You can use my...
Let's not even go there. I was hoping that you'd remember more, but I guess that was too much to ask.
Probably hard for her to remember more when she's got the darkness in her.
I was about to do the weather, but I see we have a caller. Hey, you're on the air with Eddie. What's up?
Hey, Eddie, it's Ricky. You talked about fate before. You think about that a lot?
Not a lot, to be honest, but I take it you do.
Oh, yeah.
Any conclusions you'd care to share, Ricky?
Well, we've got free will, right? That's in the Bible and everything.
Yeah, right, sure.
So free will, right? Am I right? I mean, if we can do what we want, how can there be fate? I mean, you don't know what's gonna happen next, so there's no fate. There's just people doing stuff.
Well, I don't know, Ricky. I don't suppose you have considered the possibility that we're all here in the service of a greater purpose, incomprehensible to us,
and that what we take to be freedom is nothing more than the move of a pawn on some cosmic chessboard, limited in scope, subject to the whims of unseen players,
existing only for their entertainment.
Or perhaps we're just a twisted reflection of actual events that can happen elsewhere. Could it be that such is life in Night Springs?
Dude, what?
Food for thought, Ricky. Food for thought.
Well, that was neat. Did the guy hear him, like, switch voices? That's why you gotta find all the secrets, because sometimes they're neat.
Are you getting it yet, genius?
Oh. My friend. I didn't realize that was him up there. My buddy, my pal, my good old friend. I'm gonna go to the checkpoint just in case, because I did get stuff. But I'd imagine Mr. Scratch showing up would indicate that there is a chance for us to fix things. I see that note over there. I don't care that the darkness is being mean right now. Did you see Alan getting pushed by the car? That's funny. I'm gonna just try to avoid enemies. I think if we reach the checkpoint, we should be fine. get to go for the checkpoint by the sheds. Oh.
It's obvious that for all his power, Mr. is an agent of another greater being. The dark place he came from is full of terrible alien intelligences, dark presences, and none of them should be let loose in our world. He serves one of them. He'll open the way for them if I don't stop him. But he'll do more. He'll take over my life. He already has my face. He already uses my name. He'll become Alan Wake in every way imaginable and corrupt everything. Unless I can stop him.
Surprised I was able to actually dodge at the end there. Wacky vampires coming at me. Ah, the vampire. Hurry, Alan. You gotta get out of there. They clearly... I was gonna say, clearly just trying to get to a checkpoint did not work. But hey, what's on the telly? Is that my wife?
I want to talk about Alice. Just look at her. She's really beautiful, isn't she? Your wife. Well, our wife, really. Just my wife soon. Don't worry. I'm not gonna treat her like the others. She's special. If I wanted her dead, she would be. I've been around for a while now. So talented. You haven't seen her new work, of course. Oh, it takes my breath away. Really, she's that good. Did you know that I've got a wedding ring, too? We're that similar. She's seen me a couple times, you know? I've let her catch glimpses. She thinks she's imagining things, of course. She thinks you're dead. It might as well be. I mean, even if you manage to keep surviving, you'll be in my trap forever. So I'll go to her. It'll be an amazing moment. Oh my God, you're alive. I'll be the good, loving husband for as long as I can stand it. She'll love it. And then, one day, somehow, it'll happen. Maybe I'll slip up, she spots something, or maybe she just starts running her mouth. And then I'll do it. It's gonna be sweet. My darling wife.
Sounds like a great prank, bro. Really looking forward to it. I saw something shine over there, maybe? I think that was the case with the assault rifle. We'll just go deal with that right now. What is it this way? Kind of makes me wonder if I should try to head around the other way. I probably need to go to that, like where the wind turbine was.
A little hamster in a wheel. Go ahead and keep running for all the good it'll do you.
I haven't even really noticed if I've been picking up batteries. A lot of fellas. I like Sawed Off. It's a good lad. It puts in the effort. Well, let's see if we can get this. What? I think this only took like 15? 20? That's good. That should be good rapid fire shooting. And then, like, by the time we get to the next loop, can I see how many total I have? We can just kind of 15, 13, 8. Yeah, I would assume by the time we get to the observatory again, because there was a lot missing from the rest stop, that we should have enough that we can get the combat shotgun, hopefully. As long as I'm not missing any more from, like, here. I don't think there were any other cases around. Try circling around this top area, actually. I probably should have just waited, but I want to refill some ammo and see, since there wasn't anything there before. I'm just going to circle from the back because I feel like it's safer. Okay, I don't have that much ammo with the assault rifle, but it should hopefully be enough if I just use it sparingly. I see that page way down there. If there isn't a page here now, I am confident that there would have to be a page here later. And if there's never a page over here, look at that. Look at that. Smartest gamer alive. Didn't even have to finish a sentence. So I was so smart.
The trap Mr. has set for me is as simple as it is impossible. Whenever I reach him, he sends me back to the beginning of the maze. It's a loop in time. I go through it only to end up where I started. There's a brutal genius to it. If I die, it's over for me. If I survive, I end up where I started. Sooner or later, the odds will catch up with me. And in the meantime, he gets to toy with me. But that's why I have a chance. He's caught in this pattern just as much as I am. I know where he'll be, and I'm prepared.
Okay, doesn't seem like the... I guess it would be the best strategy. I feel like Mr. Scratch can probably do this all night if he really wanted to. So I guess it would work, except for, you know, the fact that it has to be written that Alan can succeed. I just like this little side corner because it protects me. No darkness dares to show up here. Probably will walk backwards. That shine, I think, is a bunch of ammo, actually. I was going to say it looks large, but it actually looks like it's segmented. I wonder if, like, to succeed, we have to watch Alice's film or something. Wherever that might be. Also, I realize I have not used the flare gun in a bit, but those seem to come a lot more sparingly, so I kind of wanted to hold on to them for as long as I possibly can. So I'm assuming the combat shotgun is the secondary weapon. So by the time I get that, I can probably just re-equip the SMG. Well, I guess what I need to make sure I do is have the SMG equipped before I leave the rest stop. Because it doesn't seem like there's any way for me to actually re-grab these weapons.
The dark place is utterly hostile to human life. It eats at your mind, wants you to succumb to madness. Your own thoughts can turn against you. Every shadow conceals a threat that attacks at the slightest sign of weakness. You're under endless assault. Every day is a struggle for survival. But I've learned to take care of myself. I focus on Alice, our life together, my need to be with her. That takes me a long way in the dark place, as long as I have my gun and the flashlight.
My memories of Alice really helped me to survive here, but also, being able to fight back is actually a pretty cool idea. So I love my gun and flashlight just as much as I love my wife. A weird noise. Have to solve the puzzle again. Huh, nothing wanted to spawn. Don't know why I decided to loop all the way around the other way. Spiders. Spiders won't be able to handle the power of electricity. I mean, I wasn't able to handle it. How could they? So what? Well, now that didn't work. So what did I have to actually do? I still don't know what the puzzle is. It did cause the light to flash, but like... don't really feel like I did anything. I guess they can walk under the electricity. Ah, spider! I was able to dodge under the electricity. That was pretty sick. Let's grab that light real quick. I'm assuming I'm going to have to go the other direction again. Ah! I'm okay. Just a little hurt. Not a big deal. No need to cry about it. I missed a page. I just saw that. I almost went completely... I'm gonna have to go back. That's like actively where the building is, I think. Spiders! That's like actively inside of the building. I mean, I'm still glad I noticed it. Sucks that I only noticed it after the fact. Right there. How did I miss it?
For Serena Valdivia, burning the midnight oil was more of an exception than a rule. A procrastinator and a perfectionist, she often worked when she wouldn't be disturbed. Tonight was especially important. The film festival would open tomorrow, and there was still so much to sort out. It wasn't that the work hadn't been done. She just didn't feel like she had completely mastered everything yet.
So we might have missed one with the plan. I feel like these ones might be like on the path towards completion. Also, I saw I think just need one more for combat shotgun, which we probably will more than likely be able to achieve before we actually finish the rest stop at the very least. Like I said, I don't think there's any other cases, so we might be good.
die, you lose. If you quit, you lose. If you make it to the end of the loop, you still lose. Sucker.
Seems like my best bet is to just bail right now. See, I can just go straight to the projection booth, but I'm gonna go talk to, Selena? Was that her name? We just read a note about her. Ow. Maybe I should just deal with that first, actually. I feel like it might be a good idea to try to deal with this first. Are these not spawning in the same location? You can stop. Oh, that's got some kick to it, doesn't it? Maybe I have to get it out of... There we go. I think once I deal with all of this, everyone will calm down. And that's the hole where it would have come out of. Maybe it's behind the building now. Oh, there's a marker clearly on my map also. That might give me an idea of where to go. Silly me. Alright. There's a man behind me, so I guess I had no choice but to toss that last flare down. I mean, I had a choice, but the quicker choice seemed to be to toss a quick flare down. And hey, since we came this way, I found a note I would have missed, and I think that makes 40. Out of 53, nice.
I have created the weapon that can put an end to this. A blueprint to a new reality. All I have to do is survive long enough to use it. My arrival from the dark place will be painful and difficult. These pages may be lost. But one way or another, I'll send the parts I really need to myself. If I make it outside, I have a chance. Mr. is more powerful than I am, but he can't change the rules in the middle of the game. He's not a creator. I am.
Nice. So I'm gonna assume then that we basically got all we needed from this stuff. Let's go back to what's her face, even though we don't need to, and see if there's any bonus. I'm assuming we still have to do the first part in the projection booth too. Kind of like a weird divot over here. Don't see anything though. I doubt there's going to be anything overly interesting by going back here. I'm sure it's just going to be vague dialogue with her again. But she does know Alice, which means that there might be important things to learn. Or probably nothing.
It's you.
I guess you're back to normal again?
I don't know if I'm ever gonna be normal, but thanks. I know you didn't have to come back for me like this.
I couldn't just leave you like that. I'm sorry about the whole thing.
Not your fault. At least I'm not Little Miss Whoreslut anymore. Ugh, that's just... Hey, thanks for not, you know, taking advantage.
No problem.
Little Miss Whoreslut. You don't seem to be weirded out.
You seem too weirded out even though this is happening again.
Honestly, that pales in comparison with having that thing inside my head. I mean, it's crazy, but...
I understand. I can really mess you up.
This is weird. I think what he did left something. I can feel that things are different. I just know that time's acting wrong. I don't know how to describe it. It's like I can sense it.
I'm not surprised. A close encounter with these forces, it stays with you. Changes the way you see things. Some people can't deal with that. They just lose it.
Well, it's early yet. I'm not ruling anything out.
I'm gonna go make my way into the projector booth.
Okay. Is there anything I can do? About the situation, I mean?
No. It's a trap for me. I'm gonna have to go deal with it.
Uh-huh. And you got a plan, is that it?
I think I have a chance. Yeah.
It's a shame I can't upgrade my flashlight. I liked getting the heavy-duty flashlights. It made me feel powerful. Strong. Cool. Sexy. Sexy Alan Wake with his heavy-duty flashlight. Alright, there we go. I was thinking there was flares in here somewhere. I think we checkpointed before, and I don't know if anything's gonna really try to spawn in. But, grab that real quick just in case. If anything, I can imagine we might need to do the first part, well, the second part first. That will then make us do the, end of summer.
The Champion of Light knows that the time itself is about to end. At least for him. He can feel the dead end rushing towards him. But there is time to act. Incomplete or not, he has the weapon.
I don't have the whole thing. But maybe it's enough.
I'm sure it is, Alan. I'm sure we don't need a third page. Late at night, summer was almost over. There was a film noir poster visible. Spotlight illuminated some bullshit. Flip the poster. That easy. Gift of Thorns. Alex Casey. Oh, it was actually Alex Casey. I think his note mentioned it reminded him of Alex Casey. I wonder if the Death Valley thing is going to be important for, like, the next bit. What was that supposed to illuminate? Red fire extinguisher. Oh, that one. I guess do everything else. August. And it's 2-something a.m. I'm sure it worked. Sure looks like it worked.
It's not enough. You're trying to be cute, aren't you? What are you up to? It's a waste of time, buddy. You should just lie down and die. Let me take over. This is the only thing you've got coming to you. From here to eternity. No matter how many times you come back.
I like his razzle-dazzle hands that he does before he, like, consumes us with darkness and time looping.